Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you guys through another full day of eating. I've done one of these videos before on my channel and you guys seem to like it, so we're back for another. This is going to be mostly high protein, all vegan. And I also want to talk about some gut health tips because recently I've been having some bloating, heartburn, and acid reflux. Just, you know, not the greatest digestion. I just want to go over some tips that I've been using that have been helping my gut and just making my gut healthier. So to start off my day, I always wake up, first thing, I come grab a full glass of water because staying hydrated is really important. I like to drink room temperature water. I feel like that's just easiest on my stomach. And I know in my last video I did water, lemon, apple cider vinegar, which is usually what I do, but you know, when I started having more acid issues, I thought I'm gonna experiment not doing apple cider vinegar and lemon in the morning, and it seems to be helping. So I actually have quit doing the apple cider vinegar lemon drink and I just drink room temperature water. Okay, so my tip number one is to stay hydrated. So I like to drink the water first thing in the morning because I've been dehydrated after sleeping all night. And then I also bring a water bottle with me everywhere I go, which I think I've talked about this before on YouTube. Right now I'm using my Living Lotus water bottle and I have a discount code for this specific water bottle that I can link in the description box down below. Everything I talk about will be linked in the description box, as always. Obviously you don't need to use this water bottle, you can use whatever water bottle you have. I would try to drink about 4 of these. I don't actually track how much water I've had, I just make sure it's always readily available so that I'm always drinking water. So once I've had a full glass of water, I then move on and take my vitamins. I take 4 separate vitamins. The first 2 are liquid supplements. They're both by Ultra 6 Nutrition, they're on Amazon. And this first one is one I've talked about in my last What I Eat in a Day video. It's a hair supplement with biotin. And then I take a B12 liquid supplement. I like these a lot. And then I usually take a probiotic, which is my next tip. Tip number 2 is to get a good probiotic supplement. So I usually buy mine at Whole Foods, but a company called Biome recently reached out to me and sent me a sample of their probiotic and their prebiotic, which up till now I'd never taken prebiotics before. I've only taken probiotics supplements because obviously prebiotics are in food. They're in things like fruits and vegetables and complex carbohydrates. But you know, it's fun to give your body a little boost. The probiotic is like the living organism. It's going to directly add to the population of living organisms in your gut, the good, healthy bacteria. And then the prebiotic will act like the fertilizer for the good bacteria. So when you take them together, it's just like a power couple, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and take all of my vitamins, grab some more water because I drink it all, and then we will get started on making breakfast. So for breakfast, I'm gonna make some vegan protein banana pancakes. What you're gonna need is a full banana, some baking powder, some pink Himalayan salt, some almond flour, or really any flour of your choice, but we like almond flour. Some coconut sugar, make them sweet, and then some Vital Wheat Gluten, which I get mine from the local Kroger. It's the Bob's Red Meal brand. Oh, and then the other thing you're gonna need is some plant milk. We like to use Ripple because it's higher protein, it's good. Yeah, this is a pea protein milk, and I get the unsweetened original. Okay guys, to start off, grab the banana, unpeel it. You're gonna split it in 2, and then you're gonna mash up one side. I did both because I'm making 2 servings for myself and Dallin, but normally you'll use the other half of the banana as a topping. Next, you're going to add 1/4 cup of almond flour, 1/3 cup of the Vital Wheat Gluten, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a dash of pink salt, 1/2 tablespoon of the coconut sugar, and then I like to mix it around a bit with the fork before adding in the plant milk. which I add about 1/2 cup. And then you just mix all the ingredients together. I usually end up adding a little bit more ribble milk just to get a runnier consistency because I like it that way. So feel free to add more milk or water depending on what kind of consistency you're looking for. So now that the batter is all mixed up, we're ready to cook. I hop over to the stove. I cook them on about a medium, in between medium and low heat, and I always grab some coconut oil. With this amount of batter, I usually make 3 pancakes per serving, and I just kind of make it whatever size I want to, and then I always cover the pancakes with a lid because I feel like it makes them more fluffy. The pancakes cook about 2 minutes maybe, I'd say. I just kind of watch them until I see the corners turning a little bit more brown, and then I just flip them. So while the pancakes are cooking, because they take a while, I thought I'd move on to tip number 3, which is to cut out caffeine. Now this is not my favorite tip, to say the least, because I love coffee, you know. I love having pre-workout once in a while before my workouts, make them really good, I'm really energized, but caffeine, geez, the pancake is yelling at us. But caffeine can throw off the pH and the flora in your gut, and I definitely notice a difference when I cut out caffeine in my symptoms, such as my acid reflux, especially, and my heartburn. They tend to get better when I'm not drinking any caffeine. So, we can do it. We can take a little break, you know? So I will not be having any coffee this morning with my breakfast. If you are having a hard time cutting out coffee, maybe replace it with some decaf coffee, maybe some tea, maybe some hot water. Back to the pancakes, we're all finished, so I grab a second banana, but you won't have to if you're just making pancakes for yourself. You just use that other half. Just dice it all up and then put it on top. And then I add about 1/2 tablespoon of hemp hearts on top of that. Then I grab some syrup. We just recently started using this syrup. It's from Costco and it's absolutely delicious. Now you don't have to add as much syrup as I added here. Honestly, you can do whatever toppings you want, but because I'm bulking right now, I don't really care to be eating syrup, you know? So bring it on. So our pancakes are all finished. The macros up on the screen are the pancakes including the toppings, but I've also written just the pancakes macros without the toppings in the description box down below, so you can check it out. Hey guys, so my breakfast is done, and just before I dig in, I wanted to give you guys tip number 4, which is to eat slower. I can be a pretty fast eater, and that's not actually a very good thing, because if you've ever heard of the term rest and digest or fight or flight. So obviously when you're eating, you want your body to be in a rest and digest mode. There's a thing called the ANS, or the autonomic nervous system, that's in charge of digestive function. So you have parasympathetic dominance or sympathetic dominance. Parasympathetic is when your digestive system will turn on because you are relaxed, rest and digest, you're ready to digest. Sympathetic dominance is when your digestive system will turn off because it's a fight or flight mode. So back when we were cavemen and running from a tiger or something, you'd be in fight or flight mode and your digestion would shut off because it's reserving all energy for survival. But our brain doesn't know the difference between running from a tiger stress and work stress, family stress, daily living stress. That is why when you eat slow and you breathe and you relax yourself, you will turn on your parasympathetic nervous system, your digestion will be in its full force, and then you'll be able to digest better without having bloating and all those yucky issues of eating too fast. So slow down and enjoy your meal and breathe. How are your pancakes? Hey guys, so we're about to head out to the gym, but I like to bring my protein shake with me so I can drink it right after. So I'm gonna show you what I put into it. Orgain. I've been using this protein for years now. I just get it at Costco in the chocolate flavor. Peanut butter flavor is also very, very good, but Costco doesn't have it right now. So we just do chocolate. And I'll do a half a serving / a full scoop of this. And that's the scoop size, okay? It's almost gone, so I have to really get in there. And then the second part of my protein shake, I use this pea protein by Now Sports. We get this on Amazon. How many pounds is this, hun?
7.
7 pounds.
7 pounds.
7 pounds of protein. So this one's a little bit higher in protein than the Orgain, but it's lower in carbs and fats. So that's kind of why I split them. And this is cheaper. And I'll do the same size of scoop of this pea protein in my shake. Like that. Oh, and this stuff doesn't taste good, but if you mix it with the chocolate, then it's fine. You can't taste it too much. And we're ready to go. And I just add water to it when I'm done at my workout. Also, I just wanted to quickly mention that I feel like this protein is very quality. It is vegan, soy-free, gluten-free, and non-GMO, and organic. So if you're in search of a good vegan protein, I really like this one. That being said, it's the only one I've really tried. So if you have any good recommendations for a vegan protein, comment them down below so I can check them out. So real quick, we just made it to the gym and I'm having an apple right before my workout because I got hungry. Okay guys, we're back from the gym. So I had my apple, a Fuji apple right before the gym, and I drank my protein on the way home. And now we're here. Here's Dallin. It's time for some dinner. Well, actually it's lunch, but it's dinner time because we got a late start on the day. So I'm gonna make tofu scramble, which brings me to tip number 5, which is to eat anti-inflammatory foods. So in my tofu scramble, I add some turmeric. Turmeric is a very good anti-inflammatory. I buy mine at Costco, just this spice kind. Put a little bit of that in there. And then I'm also gonna be snacking on some blueberries while I wait because I'm impatient. And blueberries are also very good anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, really good food. So this is the tofu we're gonna be using today. There you go. And I like to make sure I buy organic tofu. And I like to also freeze my tofu overnight and then unthaw it because the texture is better and it absorbs the spices better, so it's better flavored. Okay, so the beginning of this recipe is exactly the same as the last one. Coconut oil, about a medium heat. And once again, I am cooking for Dallin, which I love to do because he's the best. So in this recipe, I use a half a block of tofu as 1 serving. So I usually cut that package in half, drain out the water, put it in the freezer, and then the next day take it out, unthaw it, cook half of it. So I start by sauteing half of the tofu and a little bit of onion, maybe like 1/4 of an onion or less. And then it's time to add the spices. So I start off with the turmeric. I add about 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then we're gonna grab some paprika. I add 1/2 teaspoon of that as well. Next, you're going to want to grab some nutritional yeast. I buy mine off of Amazon. You can also get it at any health food store. And we're going to be adding a full tablespoon of that. And the last 2 spices will just be a dash of garlic powder and some pink Himalayan salt. Also some black pepper. And then it's time to just mix it all together. If I feel like the mixture is just a bit too dry and I don't want to add any more coconut oil, I'll just grab some almond milk and add just a splash of that, maybe like 1/2 tablespoon. Now to add more ingredients, I grabbed some already cooked white jasmine rice out of the fridge. I used to put this on the side, but I started putting it into the mixture and I liked that better. So I added about 1.5 cups of the white rice to each pan. You can obviously use whatever kind of rice you want. I will switch back between white and brown or sometimes quinoa. Just whatever I'm feeling or whatever we have on hand. Once I have that all mixed up, then I'll grab some organic baby spinach and put maybe about 1/2 cup to 1 cup on top and mix that in as well. So once the spinach has gotten a bit softer, it's all done, it's complete, and it's time to put it into the bowls. Okay guys, so my tofu scramble bowl is complete and I'm going to go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of this yummy hummus. Got at Costco. We pretty much get all of our food at Costco. So add some good fat, you know, high protein, nutritious, really simple, and super delicious. Okay guys, I'm in my pajamas, about to make some dinner. So before I make my last meal, I wanted to share my last tip of my gut health tips. Tip number 6, which is to de-stress or manage your stress. Stress can actually decrease your gut flora populations. Healthy living bacteria is destroyed by stress, and it can cause immune issues, digestive issues, skin issues, and nutrient deficiencies. Too much stress can also decrease your muscle mass, increase your body's inflammation, and increase your food sensitivities and allergies. So what I like to do to manage stress is meditate at least once a day. I usually do it in the morning, but this morning we had a late start, so I'm gonna do it tonight before I go to bed. So my favorite app for this, I talked about it on my Instagram not that long ago, is called Insight Timer. And I'll pop it up on the screen. It's this one right here. And this is not an ad at all. I just found this through a friend. Really like it. And you can click on meditation and then do any type of meditation for sleep, happiness, stress, depression, anything like that. And then you can set for how long you want to do it. I usually do about 5 to 10 minutes, and yeah. So do your best to de-stress, and let's go make some dinner. So for dinner, I'm gonna be making Banza pasta. This is our fun way of keeping the box closed, rubber band. I like the rotini noodles the best. And then I'm probably gonna have a piece of Ezekiel toast on the side. And this is the spaghetti sauce I'm gonna use. Got it at Costco, of course. How many times did I say that in this video? 100, because everything is from Costco or Amazon. I might add some vegetables on top. Might just add some spinach. I'm not super hungry right now, but when you're bulking, you know, you gotta eat a little even if you're not very hungry. So. I'm sure most of you know how to make pasta, so this will be pretty quick. But again, I start with some coconut oil, add it to the water so it can boil and let the noodles not stick together so much. Once the water boils, pour the noodles in, and then when the noodles are done, you know, drain them. Then I always use the same pot and pour in the spaghetti sauce to warm it up on top. Guys, my food's all done. Just about to eat it. So I ended up putting nutritional yeast on top, spinach, noodles, pasta sauce. And then I'm having Ezekiel bread with some balsamic vinegar. Good. But anyways, that is my full day of eating, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. And never forget to subscribe because I upload every week. If you have any video requests you'd like to see next, leave them down in the comments below, or any questions or concerns about this full day of eating, and I'll be sure to reply. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.